Let me show you how I made this adorable spooky season doormat using the new cloChé Petite and my Cameo 5. I headed over to Walmart to grab my doormat and clear Flex Seal. I first started with editing my design to size in Silhouette Studio, and using the washi tape setting, I cut it out on freezer paper. The reason I went with freezer paper is because when you add heat to it, it'll make it tacky enough to stick to the doormat to help it stay in place. Using transfer tape, I removed it from my cutting mat and placed it onto my doormat. I took my time and worked in sections, removing the paper transfer tape and using the cloChé Petite at the same time until the entire design was flattened out. I then grabbed my acrylic paints of choice and started pouring the paint in generous amounts to cover each individual letter. You want to make sure you are brushing into the blank letter and away from the edge to prevent paint from pooling underneath your stencil template. You want to make sure that you have enough acrylic paint on hand, especially if you're using multiple colors, so that you don't run out, because you do really have to be generous with how much paint you use on this. By the time I was finished with the acrylic paint, I was good to begin pulling the stencil off. My paint was still wet, so I really took my time in pulling each piece off carefully. Once my acrylic paint was completely dry, I took my doormat outside and used clear Flex Seal to seal the paint and make my doormat a little more durable. Make sure to shake this really well and spray 8 to 12 inches from the doormat. This was such a fun DIY to make and the perfect addition to my spooky decor. Let me know what you think.